This is Michael May. It's a beautiful Sunday here in Southwest Florida. I'm about to make my tomato gravy. It's gonna be about 3.5 gallons, so I'm looking forward to it. Here we go. On my way to Publix. I got the sauces that I need. I panicked for a little bit. I couldn't find the tomato paste, and the only thing I got was Contadina or Centos, and I decided to get Centos. Why not? Got my pork, veal, and beef, as well as my mild sausage. Approximately, geez, I don't know how many pounds I got here. Found my basil, which is what I need. 2 packets of this. I looked for pork tips and couldn't find any, so I was going to use these, but I'm afraid that since they're smoked, it may overwhelm the gravy. So I think I'm just going to do without any pork chop bone or anything like that. So try to get the marrow. I'm not going to do that this time. I'll skip 6 pounds of tomatoes, and so I've got everything I need to put this all together. This should be fun, and if my clock works right, by 12:30, 1 o'clock, it'll all be in the pot. Tomatoes, onions, beef, ground sausage, ground veal, basil, tomato sauce, tomato paste. Okay, so here we go. We're about to crank up this process of making my 4-gallon Italian tomato gravy, and so here we go. Well, I've gathered all my ingredients at home here, getting ready to prepare to knock this out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be fun, no matter what. It's always good to cook, to fill the house up with a great aroma. I'm going to be mixing, as I will mention, I will be mixing up ground beef, ground pork, and ground veal together with garlic, some other special spices. Anyway, this is going to be fun. Let's go. I've just started heating up my pot, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil, or in this case canola oil, in the bottom and get that heated up. Okay. Okay, we've gotten rid of one of these, and this is the second one. No, you can't be shy on garlic. I add some more garlic to the mix, and some onions. Bring it up to medium high. I now have both pots going along with the onions. About to add the garlic. Couple of minutes. I'll put half of this in one pot and half in the other. Looks pretty good. Mix this all together. You don't want to burn the garlic, so you want to slow this down a little bit, turn the temperature down. And here it's a little bit ahead of the other one, so I'm going to slow this way down. Put it to a simmer. And get back at it. Some more garlic to trim. Okay, so I've mashed up quite a few of my garlic pieces. Nice amount there. I'm going to make a little bit more. One for the sauce and two for the meatballs. Okay, so now I'm ready to start dicing up my tomatoes. They've been washed and cleaned, buffed up a little bit. Now I'm going to go through and just start cutting them up. Here we go. Well, I have about half the tomatoes diced up. I had 16 total, and so now I'm going to start adding those to the pot. And what I'll do is, since I have two pots, I'll split this 50-50 between the two of them for now, and then split up the others. I've got 6 more tomatoes to cut. So okay, so I'm going to add these to the pots. Really get this going. Half there, half here. I'll crank these back up a little bit. Get all this going. Mix this all together. Yepper. Smelling good. I believe in making my gravy with a good amount of tomatoes. You can always add tomato paste and tomato sauce, crushed tomatoes in the can, whatever, but to give it body, to give it a personality, to really have them together with real tomatoes makes a heck of a lot of difference. Okay. Okay, here's my second batch of diced tomatoes to put into the system over here, so let's get this going. And add half of these here and half over here. I'm going to bring this up to a medium-high heat so I can get these things boiling and cooking. It's really going well now. So we've got onions, tomatoes, and garlic all talking to each other. And that's a good thing. Well, I just added the last bit of tomatoes, garlic, and onions, bringing this up to a medium heat. And I'm going to let this cook for about 20 minutes just like this. I'm not going to add any tomato sauce or any paste at this time. I want all of these natural ingredients talking to one another for a while. And once I'm satisfied that that's come into a nice gathering of flavors, from there I'll add the tomato sauce and the tomato paste. Right now I'm going to work on my meatballs. Now I've set aside a little bit of garlic just for the meatballs. So I'm going to put that off on the side and get ready to start dicing up my tomatoes. So now I'm going to join together this ground veal, ground pork, and approximately 3 pounds of lean ground beef together with garlic, Parmesan Romano cheese, maybe a little bit of basil. But for the most part, that's what I'll be putting together. Oh, breadcrumbs. Almost forgot my breadcrumbs. Of course, I gotta have my breadcrumbs, God forbid. I like Cento products, can you tell? Okay, here we go. I'll do this for about 5 minutes to make sure that everything is mixed together and we have no hot spots. Areas where there's a concentration of a particular flavor. Make sure we get it all mixed together. Well, the diced tomatoes, onions, and garlic in these two pots are working nicely together. They've been on for about 20 minutes. I started heating up my canola oil so I can sear my meatballs and my sausage. Here's the meatballs. It's a combination, as I said, of veal, pork, and ground beef. And we're going to add to that Cento breadcrumbs, Romano Parmesan cheese, and diced garlic. I'm going to also add a little bit of egg to this. Here we go. Well, I've made quite a few meatballs, and they're over here getting cooked up just enough to sear the outside. Again, we don't want them to fall apart when they're in the gravy, so we're going to cook these up and put them in a pan over in a bowl and let them rest for a while. Well, the meatballs are medium rare. The sausages are cooking well. The gravy is coming along really well. I actually took the lid off a little bit to let off a little bit more of the moisture, so we try to retain the thickness as best as we can. This one here is moving along. Could probably use a little bit more heat. Just a little bit more. Make a difference there. Things are coming along pretty good. And here's the basil. I love basil. If you don't have basil in there, it's just not going to work. I'm going to dice this up real nice right now. And there she goes. A little bit of basil there. Sausage is about done. Looking good. Okay, we've got our tomato sauce opened up. We've got our grill working really nice here. These meatballs are ready to be pulled off. Again, they're medium rare on the inside. And I actually have more meatballs than I have frying pans, so I'm going to do a second batch. If I have too many meatballs, I'll just simply freeze them for another batch. Not a big deal. Which I think I may be doing anyway. It's a lot of meatballs. Okay, so now I'm going to start pouring in my tomato sauce. Two in each. Let those go for a few minutes to drain. And while that's happening, I'll make some more meatballs. And I love lots and lots of basil. So the basil is nicely diced up. I'm probably going to use this second bag. Maybe one bag per pot would be a good idea. And can you smell that? Doesn't that smell great? Nothing like fresh basil. Just nothing like it. Well, we're moving along really well now. I'm almost done. The only other pieces that are missing is the sausage, which is grilling as we speak. And also adding the basil. If you don't have basil in your gravy, then you're really not doing the complete deal. Of course, we still have to add a little bit of red wine and a little bit of sugar, but for the most part, we're getting done here. Here we go. So now I'm just about done. I'm about to finish off introducing the meatballs and the sausages to the mix. Almost done with that. Ouch. Okay, so now we're at the final stage. All I have to do is add a little bit of sugar and a little bit of wine and put the cap on for about 3 hours. So sometime around 6:30 or 7 tonight, this will be raring to go. Here we go. This is the final step. Put about half a teaspoon in each one. That's about all you need. Half a teaspoon. And I have some nice California red wine right here. Don't have to add much. And voila, that's it. I'm pretty much done, but I made a heck of a mess here. I've got some mopping to do and cleaning to do, and my dishwasher's going to be working overtime. Anyway, this is Michael May, and I hope you enjoyed this lengthy video. I'm proud of this, and I enjoy cooking. So if ever you have any questions, you can call me. Again, it's Michael May, 239-949-0000. Oh, this is Valentine's Day weekend 2015. I wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. Have a good day now. Bye-bye.